Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They come in off a difficult stretch of home games, and a win here on the road would do a lot to get that confidence back.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season. This is the one you get up for.
Here's Roy. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Outside, George. The tray. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. You know, Brent, when you think of Devin Booker, you immediately think scoring. But he's become, as time goes on, an excellent facilitator as well.
Well, I think he's learning to do that, Kevin, because of... Oh, no. That just happened. You know, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the evening. And Greg, Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
Pass to Roy. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Now, here's Green. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's stolen by Green. Now the Lakers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. George with the bounce pass. Looking for Cauley-Stein. He gets it there. Count that one.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Johnson outside. Got a piece of it. Here's Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Athleticism on display in that particular play as Cauley-Stein has some great mobility and drove in to get those points.
To the inside. Harris, no good.
Got to get out of his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
He lobs it up. It's stolen by Harris. On the way, Harris. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And slam dunk by Harris.
Booker finding the open man that time, trying to get his teammates going.
Lakers leading by 5. Play with it. To the middle. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Bro, we've got great dunkers now. But you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. Yeah. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physical.
Well, it's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Has to call is Stein. A minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Takes a shot at the elbow. And another basket for the Lakers.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Johnson outside. Harris outside. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
The confidence that Gary Harris is playing with right now, he is ready to shoot once that ball touches his mitts.
Has to call is Stein. And here's George. He's guarded by Johnson. Back to Cauley Stein. Shot clock at 6. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Roy with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 8. The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from 3-point range.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Inside. And the dunk by Vonleh.
That's one of the things about Vonleh. As he develops more strength in his upper body, he's going to be a force around the rim.
Pass to Gortat. Back to Mills. There's the triple. And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
And that one's good by Gortat.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer, in the final year of a 5-year, $60 million deal. Greg, he's been worth every penny.
He has, but he turns 35 this season. He'll be motivated to earn that next contract, but now on the downslope, we may see his role evolve over the next few years.
And it's Gortat finishing it off.
He is a big guy, and Gortat doesn't play the finesse game. This is a guy who's all about strength. Forget about laying it up there. He's going to take the power approach. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And it's Gordon missing. Trailblazers trailed by 14. Here's Lamb. Lets it fly. That one off the back iron and out. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Zeller. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
And the D has to respect Booker's passing ability. Fantastic at finding guys in their spots.
Pass to Gortat. Now Fry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Lakers lead by 14.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pass to Young. Outside Gordon. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Back to Mills. To the paint. And here is Gortat. He has 6. Clock at 4. On pass to Gordon. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Portland making a change here. Johnson outside. Pass to Dudley. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Over to the left wing. Young in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Trailblazers trail by 9. No good from Lamb. And it's Mills with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. At one point, they led by 16. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. 5 on the clock. Gortat misses. The last season, a strong one for the Portland Trailblazers, actually came out on top of the Northwest Division.
Yep, snuck all the way up to that 3rd seed with the tight grouping in the Western Conference, and 4 teams in the division made the playoffs last year. 5 were in the race. Certainly was one of the toughest divisions in the league, and the Blazers ended up on top.
Mills with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. 1:32 left from the first half of basketball. Pass to Dudley. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. Dudley's got 6 in the quarter.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
Back to Mills. Young outside. Can they get it? Tries again. Fry. Buries it down low.
Now working the angles there. Geometry class in session. Nice dish for the open look.
To the inside. Harris, good. Harris has got 8 points.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
Gortat inside.
Oh,
that's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Portland shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Roy. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Count that one as... his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
It's easy to understand why Paul George is one of the top scorers in the league. He can read the defense, he can shoot it, he can get inside, and he's riding a hot streak now.
And so And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his 2nd season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A. Fires from the wing. Off the left rim and out.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Outside Jackson. Back to Roy. Outside George. Has to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Now Roy. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lakers working the ball around now. Now Cauley-Stein. Guarded by Harris. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Johnson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trail Blazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Rocket 2. The drive by Jackson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Harris misses. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Lakers. Young outside. And again, the Lakers no good. Trailblazers trailed by 13. Harris misses. Now here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Young outside. It's stolen by Johnson. 3-on-3. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Here's the lob to Gortat. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
Johnson left side. Pass to Harris. And stolen by Gordon. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Dudley. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
1:57 left to play in the third. Back to Mills. Ward's out with the ball. 8 points for him. Young with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Young's shot is off.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Back to Johnson. 4 on the clock. Broke off. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Johnson. No good there. Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw, good from Fry. And so he hits both. Trailblazers trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Johnson right side. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Down low. Here's Johnson. Gortat with the block. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Trailblazers trailed by 19. To the middle. Here's Zeller. Gortat with the block. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's Mills with the ball for Los Angeles. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Dudley. No good off the front iron.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And the basket by Gordon.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
And the dunk by Zeller.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Johnson outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The stupendous finish in traffic.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Lakers leading by 19. Pass to Gortat. Here's Fry. Outside Gordon. Now Fry. Just 5 on the clock. Now Mills. Gortat wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trailed by 19. And the basket by Harris.
Tobias there taking the contact, still leaning with it, scores it.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Fry. Young with the ball. He's guarded by Johnson. Harris outside. Back to Johnson. And here is Harris. Gortat with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's the lob for Harris. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 14 points for Tobias Harris.
A combination of size and speed. Tobias Harris, when he gets going, hard to stop.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Here's Johnson. To the paint. Here's Harris. The rebound by the Lakers.
Now, those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Now Mills. Pass to Gortat. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Los Angeles leading by 19. Outside Gordon. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Dudley. Inside. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Pass to Zeller. Banked in off the glass.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
.121 left in the fourth quarter. Harris no good. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
They double-team Johnson. Looking to get it going. Harris misses. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Roy. Now here's Cauley Stein. Back to Roy. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up.